Hi Sunshines and Happy New Year. So I'm sitting at my desk today. Quite honestly, I'm pouting a little bit because I pulled down all my Christmas decor and all my bedding, and I really loved how my bedroom was decorated this holiday season. You guys only got to see the bed, but I had like a Christmas tree over here and all kinds of interesting things, and it just makes me sad. I love the soft glow from the Christmas tree. It's just homey and fun, and it was hard to take it all down, and I'm a little bit sad, so I decided to film over here today. I will say I have a pretty large bedroom, but we only have this one window. It's like a dormer window, and it's rainy and getting dark, so it's a little bit dark in my bedroom. I hope the lighting is okay. I will try and work on that, but I just thought I wanted to get this video up while I had the time. I did want to say thank you because I got several cards in the mail from some of you. I got this sweet card in the mail from Suzanne Hubert, and it's a little snowman. Adorable. And she also sent me this bookmark with a snowman and said that the snowman is from Michigan since Georgia doesn't get much snow, and I thought that was so sweet and special. Thank you. Then I got a card from Tina Grady. You guys obviously don't have to send me anything, but I just love getting cards in the mail and your sweet sentiments, so thank you so much. I got this one. It's so cute. It's from Winnie Crow. Winnie, I just love your comments. I love all of your comments on my channel, but this cat card is just so adorable. So thank you for that. And then I also got a sweet card from Nikki over at Southern Mom. I just really love her channel. I think we collabed December the 1st, and so she sent me a card. There are a few more cards I will try and show later in the week, but that's one of the things I want to get better about, is showing what you guys send me. It's hard when I get things in the mail, especially cards. I want to acknowledge them, but I don't want to send a thank you card for a card, if that makes sense. So I'm going to try and be better about that this year. Anyway, all right, so and looking back over Vlogmas, I noticed that some of the videos that did really well were the videos where I opened myself up a little bit more and I showed you a little bit more of my personality. Unfortunately, as a vlog or as a unboxing channel, I unbox things. I may give you little tidbits of my life, but for the most part, you don't know that much about me. So the 50 random things about me, the question and answer video I did, the clean out my closet with me, all were well received. And so I think I want to do more videos where I'm sharing more of my day-to-day life with you and just really doing life. I feel like a lot of you are just really good friends. You comment every day. I feel like I want to go on vacation with you. I just love when you comment. So I just want to share a little bit more of my life and be a little bit more open. So one of the things that I thought that I would do today is show you something that is going to be part of my daily routine every day. I actually showed this particular item on Instagram and had so many comments about it. And questions. There were more questions. And then I did a little snippet about it on one of my videos. I don't remember which video I did. And I'm still getting lots of questions on Instagram and in my YouTube channel, comments about that. So I thought, well, that must mean that people are interested and want to know about it. So I thought that I would show you. So I did buy this Bible over Black Friday. I bought it on Black Friday. I don't think it was on sale. It was 20% off, but I think the store I bought it at, the Bibles are always 20% off. One of my New Year's goals is really to read the Bible through in 1 year. And so I was kind of looking at different Bibles. I'd had my eye on this one for a while, and I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on it. It's the Beautiful Word, the Beautiful Word Coloring Bible. Now, if you get this in the regular size print, it's not as great, in my opinion. Now, the Bible's always great, but I'm talking about more like the coloring part and the journaling part. It's not the same. And quite honestly, my maturing eyes were okay with getting the larger print. So I did pick this one up. And what's funny is, you guys know I'm not a big purple girl, and it comes in purple. But I actually think it's really pretty. So in sort of researching through how I wanted to read the Bible, I feel like there's a lot of ways you can do it. You can start at Genesis at the very beginning and read it straight through all the way to Revelation, which I think is what a lot of people do. There's also different schools of thought where you can read like snippets from different areas of the Bible, like the law, the prophets, the New Testament, the Psalms, like you read little bits and pieces through the year. But one of the ways that appealed to me, and I actually looked at a Bible that was set up this way, is reading the Bible chronologically. So the Bible is not set up chronologically, which can get a little confusing if you're trying to keep the history of it in your head. You'll be reading something back in Genesis, and then you go all the way you know, a few books forward and you're like, wait, didn't this just happen like 4 books ago? Over, you know, you've read hundreds of years worth of stuff and then you're back at what feels like Genesis, and that is true. And so I have been kind of playing with the idea of doing it, and what do you know, I found a read through the Bible in a year that's written chronologically. So basically you start at January 1st and it goes all the way to December 31st. I actually printed this out. I will link this below if anyone wants to see it. This particular website had lots of different ways to read the Bible. So if chronologically is not the way to go, it breaks it down. Like if you want to start at Genesis and go all the way through, it tells you like what to read every day. So every day it gives you a little snippet of what you're going to read so that it breaks it down so you read the whole entire book in 1 year. But I really liked the idea of it being chronological. So I printed this out and I went ahead and laminated it. I bought a laminator, I don't know, it was back to school probably 3 or 4 years ago on clearance, like in the after school sales, and I love it. We use it a lot more than I ever thought. Dawson used it for a project before school ended, and I use it for just stuff like this. I'll link that below too if you're interested. But I went ahead and laminated it, and I'm just gonna pop it in the Bible so every day, or you can put it on the refrigerator or wherever. I kind of was thinking I wanted to shrink it down, but there's so much material that it just worked to keep it in a full sheet. But I'm just gonna pop it in my Bible, and that way I can keep track on, it just goes by day. So January 1st, January 2nd, that kind of thing. So whatever day you're on, if you're on July 20th, you go to July 20th and it tells you exactly what to read. I did pick up these Statler colored pencils. This is a set of 48. I really like the Statler fine liner tipped pens. I use those in my planner and my journal, or excuse me, my planner, my Erin Condren a lot. And so I wanted to get a little bit nicer set of colored pencils. I actually found these at Michael's and I was so proud of myself because I had my little 50% off coupon. But then when I went and looked at Amazon, they were cheaper on Amazon even than when I got them with my 50% off coupon. So if you're interested in these, they're kind of square. I really like them. So they're like ergonomically easy to hold, but they fit in just a regular pencil sharpener. But I got the 48 color set. That's probably overkill, but I was kind of excited. So I will link these down below too. And then I'm going to show you what this looks like. I had a couple questions about what translation I got. I like the NIV. It does come in several different translations, I believe. So that's just the one that I went to. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like. It is kind of big and heavy. This is definitely going to be my stay-at-home sort of study Bible. It's not going to be the one that I take to church. I don't know. It's just really heavy, so I decided not to do that. All right, so now I'm going to get into and actually show you why I like this Bible so much. So it does have whole pages where you can just color the whole page. If you're having a day where you're just really struggling with reading through it, you can just sort of color on the page and sort of meditate on God's word. It was so interesting because when I was showing this on Instagram, I immediately flipped to this verse, and it's really, what's interesting about it is, like, I haven't been able to flip to it since. I totally feel like it was a God thing, but this is going to be my verse for 2019. It says, "Test me in this and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will be no room enough to store it." This is Malachi 3:10. I will talk more about sort of my goals and sort of, I have a word of the year, a Bible verse of the year, and even a quote of the year. I will talk about those more in my vision board video that's coming out really soon. But there's lots of places where you can color. There's a whole page again. Some of them are not whole pages. A lot of them aren't whole pages. A lot of them are just half. And all the fonts are different in the places that you color. But what I like is there's a ton of room. Can you see? That's all lined. There's a ton of lined areas. Like this page just has 2 things of lines in them. Now, I gotta admit, I'm not a super big journaling girl. And the reason why I hesitated, I looked at this Bible for about 3 months before I went ahead and pulled the trigger on it, was because I'm not a journaling girl. I'm not that girl. But the more I thought about it and kind of pondered on which one I wanted to read through this year, I thought this would be a great one just to write my thoughts down, to write my prayer requests or the answers to prayer, and then at the end of the year be able to sort of look back at the things that I prayed for, look at how I was feeling and that type of thing. So I think I'm going to date them and just put sort of my prayers for that day or maybe that week in the little sections that I read. I think that would be very, very interesting. But anyway, I really, really liked this version, and I think that it's going to be a good sort of addition to my year. Some of them have pictures. Some of them just are verses. But if you want to read the Bible through in a year with me, which I hope you do, I think it would be so fun. Come along. Like I said, I will link the Bible. I will link the pencils. I will link the website, because this website has lots of different ways to read through the Bible. So I will link this and the laminator. And I will see you tomorrow. If you're new to my channel, I'm so glad you're here. My name is Kristy, and please consider hitting that subscription button. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.